So now we're going to review how to use point-slope form of a linear equation. The equation looks like this. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. The important parts are the m. M, of course, stands for our slope. And the x sub 1, y sub 1 stands for a point that's on our line. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do is graph from an equation. So our sample equation is y minus 3 equals negative 2/3 times a quantity x plus 6. The easy one to get out of here is our slope. So our slope equals negative 2/3. The slope, as always, tells us how to move. If I put the negative with the 2, that tells me that I'm going to move down, and the 3 tells me I'm going to move to the right because it's positive. I could also put the negative with the 3, and the 2 would be positive, so that would tell me to go up 2 and to the left 3. So that's how we move. But where do we move from? Well, we need to get that information from the equation. The x coordinate is always from the x part of our equation. So our formula is x minus x1. Since this is plus, we can write that as x minus negative 6. So the x value of our point is negative 6. The y value, the y coordinate of our point, always comes from the y part, or the first part of our equation. So y minus 3, again our equation says y minus, so that means our y coordinate is positive 3. We're going to take this point and we're going to start here. So that point is at negative 6, positive 3. So right here. Right on this part right here. Okay? Then we're going to take our slope and we're going to move. Since it's really hard to move left, I'm going to use this one with the negative on the 2. So that tells me to move down 2 and then right to the 3. So again, from my starting point, I'm going to move down 2 and I'm going to move right 3. 1, 2, 3. And right there is my next point. I can continue doing that. So that's down 2 and right 1, 2, 3. And that gives me my line. Okay? The next step we can do is to transform it to slope-intercept form. So I'm going to take y minus 3 equals negative 2/3 times the quantity x plus 6. And I'm going to use my algebra skills and I'm going to transform it to y equals mx plus b form. In order to do that, the first step is to distribute my fraction. So y minus 3 doesn't change, but then we get negative 2/3 times x minus, because negative 2/3 times 6 is a negative, and it's 2 times 6 is 12, divided by 3 is 4. The next thing I have to do is bring my 3 over to the other side of my equation, because y has to be by itself. Remember, y equals mx plus b. So that cancels, and we get y equals negative 2/3 x minus 1. And this is the same equation. If we look, our y-intercept must be negative 1, and it is. It's right here, negative 1. And if I look at my slope, negative 2/3, I can go up 2 from here, and I can go to the left 3, that's my negative, or I can go down 2, and I can go to the right 3, There's my next point, and again, it's on my line. So that's how you transform to slope-intercept form. The only other thing that you will do with point-slope form, and this will come in useful, is to write the equations. So given a point and given a slope, we can write the equation. Remember, the form is y minus y1, y1 is part of our point, equals m, which is slope, times the quantity x minus x1. So in this case, I have my m, okay, and then I have my x1, y1, so I can write my equation. Y minus negative 7 equals 4, see that comes from there, times the quantity x minus negative 2. Negative 2 comes from here, my point. To make this its final form, we don't like double negatives. Y plus 7 equals 4 times x plus 2. And that's how you write that. The last thing that we're going to do here is, given 2 points, how can we write the equation in point-slope form? We have 2 points, but we have no slope. So the first thing we have to do is calculate our slope. So we're going to write slope equals, and we're going to calculate it by subtracting our y's and subtracting our x's. So 3 minus negative 5 over 8 minus negative 1. 3 minus negative 5, 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 minus negative 1, or 8 plus 1, gives us 9. So that's our slope. Now we can choose either point, and we actually get 2 different equations for the same line. And we substitute it into our formula. So y minus negative 5 equals 8/9 x minus negative 1. And remember, we can simplify that by getting rid of the double negative. Or y plus 5 equals 8/9 x plus 1. Our other equation uses the other point. Y minus 3 equals 8/9 x minus 8. So that's from that point, and this is from using that point. I hope this explains everything and you don't have any more questions. Good luck on Wednesday's quiz.